welcome to Pulse by AlphaWire, the podcast where science and education meet cutting-edge technology and artificial intelligence. My name is Aldo de Pape, and each week I sit down with innovators, thinkers and doers who are working to change our world for the better. Together we explore their journeys, uncover the lessons they've learned, and take the entrepreneurial pulse that drives them on their path to success. Happy New Year all. A new year 2026 awaits us all, and what better way to start it with a conversation with a very inspiring person who heads up an incredible organization that provides amazing prizes and grants of sometimes up to $100 million to projects who are doing work to structurally change this world for the better. Anousheh Ansari is the CEO of the XPrize Foundation and also an American-Iranian entrepreneur. She was one of the very first spaceflight participants our world has ever known. Anousheh is also the founder and chairwoman of Prodea Systems, a technology and services management company. Anousheh has been widely acknowledged for the amazing work that she does, and I had the great pleasure of speaking to her in Doha at the World Innovation Summit for Education last November. I was flat out inspired by her energy and grace. Sincerely hope you will enjoy this very first episode of 2026, my conversation with the great Anousheh Ansari.
First day of the World Innovation Summit for Education, but at the very end of the day, and I have one of the biggest guests of this entire event here with me, the wonderful Anousheh Ansari. Very warm welcome to you.
Thank you.
So happy you could be here, and thank you so much for making some time available here. You're the CEO of XPrize, which is globally known as one of the biggest prizes in the world. It's such an invaluable, I think, gift to humanity in general. Just a quick kind of sense of how you're feeling here at WISE. How has your experience been today?
So this is the first time I'm attending WISE, but we've been collaborating in the area of education and how we can really drive innovation in the area of education that will benefit the entire society, and how it can really be impactful in creating the next generation of wave of technologies that will enable our society and our young people to prepare for the future and shape the future.
Yeah. And do you see a lot of overlap between what WISE is trying to do, what XPrize is trying to do?
There's a lot of actually synergy between what we all trying to do, and that's why our collaboration partnership has been so wonderful. A lot of the areas that WISE is interested in are similar areas as XPrize, and where WISE is specifically identifying those impactful companies at young stage and supporting them. We are looking at driving specific change.
Yeah.
And a lot of the teams or companies or technologies that participate in WISE programs are also great candidates to enter into our very large multi-year competition.
Yeah. Yeah, and speaking of that, a few years back, I had the privilege of talking to Andrew Ashe, who won with 1billion.org, and about winning the XPrize and how it really changed his life, right?
Yes.
It's such a transformative prize. Do you keep in touch with people who win the prize, and do you follow up with them?
We do, actually. We have a very robust alumni program where we continuously connect and stay in touch with our teams who competed in our past prizes. We continue to elevate them and also look at their accomplishment, because we measure our own impact based on how well they've done during the prize, but most importantly after the prize is won.
Yeah.
And we reflect that in our annual impact report that we publish. So yes, we are very interested in their success, and they have been one of our great success stories.
Speaking of success stories, just going back to yourself, because you're an absolute hurricane in your career, first Iranian woman to make it into space, an entrepreneur, you've done so many things. And then do you feel that the XPrize is a little bit of consolidation of that?
XPrize has been part of my life for many years. I got involved with the foundation since its inception because I shared this love and passion for space, which was the first competition that was launched. So my family and I sponsored the first prize, and that led me to be on the board of the foundation. And it took a while. It took 10 years since the foundation was launched for the prize to be won. But what that did was prove a model that can be a very powerful model to drive innovation to specific outcomes. And that's why then the work of the foundation expanded into other areas like climate, energy, health, deep tech, food, water, waste, which is where we have many active prizes right now. You know, we have now seen how it's a different model of philanthropy. It basically takes philanthropic dollars, and we now have proof through our impact report that we leverage every prize dollar 60 times with outside capital that goes into investment into the teams mostly, but also in R&D, in creating awareness. So it's a massive engine of change.
It's incredible.
It takes, advantage of philanthropic dollars, which is high risk, no reward type of capital, but then it leverages with investment and other types of resources and capital in society to really drive massive change.
Yeah, you debunk basically the theory that, philanthropy money is money wasted because you give someone a fish, you don't teach them how to fish, to say, that old saying. You kind of bring the money to the table, but then also the know-how on how to have this massive ripple effect. 60 out of 1 is enormous, right?
Absolutely. I think, you can't say philanthropic dollars are not useful. It's how you use that money.
Exactly.
That's how we use it with a leverage model. And, at the heart of XPrize and what we do is entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
We are not trying to remedy the symptoms. We try to find out what's the root cause of the problem and try to attack that root cause through innovation and entrepreneurship. And that's what makes us very different form of philanthropy.
Incredible. So we're here at this event called humanity.io. We're talking about human flourishing after AI has taken over. Has that in any shape or form affected your thinking or the thinking of the organization of XPrize? And if so, how?
Well, AI is part of almost every prize that we do. So all of the entrepreneurs and innovators who participate in our competitions use AI in one way or another. But what is very heartwarming for me, at least encouraging for me to see, is that we know that the use of AI in these situations are really toward very specific outcomes that will benefit humanity at large. And so that's why, for me, it's one of those examples of how AI can really be used for good. We actually, many years ago, we had our first AI competition. Before AI was, this big thing in the media, we had a competition called AI for Good. It was specifically toward making sure that those innovators and people working on AI are focused on the use of AI and make sure that it is used in a way that it will have this societal benefit at the heart of it. And that continues to this day. There are specific areas we're also looking at AI at the core, looking at, for example, the energy use of AI and how we can really have better models in the future that will be more energy efficient. But, all of our innovators, I'm sure in one way or another, they use AI and that helps them achieve their outcomes.
What I gather here from this conference is that it's almost a symbiosis of human intelligence and artificial intelligence. There's a little bit of fear that artificial intelligence will take over. Is that a fear that you have on some way? I mean, you're so used to it because you were talking AI before anyone else was, but is it,
Again, I think, can AI take over? Yes. It's a very powerful technology that we are actually relinquishing control over. We've never created anything. We said, okay, now go do things on your own. Humans have always been in control of the technology. For the first time ever, we've created technology powerful enough that we're saying, we don't understand how it's working. We don't understand how it's doing, but it's doing what it's doing better than humans.
Yeah.
So let's just trust it and let it do its thing.
Yeah.
And I think that is dangerous for us, especially when we don't understand how it's achieving what it's achieving and learning and improving itself. And two, the data we used to train it was not the controlled data. It was just feed it everything we have, junk included. So we really can't predict how it will evolve.
Yeah.
So giving up control to such powerful technology, to me, it's dangerous and irresponsible if we go down that path. So I'm hoping that governments, companies, those in power will convene to find a better pathway for us to advance while protecting humanity.
Yeah. So regulation, you would welcome regulation slightly more?
I would definitely welcome regulation. I think good regulation actually helps innovation.
Yeah.
And it makes it a responsible innovation.
Yeah.
To me, that's important.
Yeah. Yeah. So many things to think of, and I appreciate this is your very last interview from a long day. I have two very last questions. One is about reading. I read your profile with so much interest, and there's so much energy in there. So one of the questions that I had is like, what keeps that engine going? And I was wondering, maybe it's not reading, but for many people, there was often something that they read that inspired them, that kicked them off. Do you have something like that? Is there something in your life that you say, well, that is my motivation, that gave me grit?
I think what keeps me going is I'm a very curious person.
Okay. Yeah.
I just, at my core, I'm curious. So when I see something, when I read something, when I see something new, I want to understand it. I want to learn it. I want to dive deeper into it. So I think that desire keeps me interested in new things and keeps me motivated to learn and do more. So, I've read many things, but one of the things that motivated me at fairly young age was the work of Albert Einstein.
Yeah.
What really interested me is this gift we have as human beings that's called imagination.
Yeah.
I think it's a very unique gift we have.
Yeah.
People argue that AI can imagine. I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. So I feel like when I was reading about Albert Einstein's life story, and thinking about how could someone sit inside this, patent office and think about the universe and time, these very complex topics, abstract topics, and then think about how the universe operates completely differently than the belief system of the time.
Yeah.
To me, that type of powerful imagination is incredible and something that I personally would love to achieve and be able to do because it goes against everything you know and understand and believe, and something that you can't see or touch and feel and learn from, but something completely abstract. So
would you accept the compliment that I say that you already have achieved quite a lot of that, right? With your imagination as well. So, but yeah, I hear what you're saying, and it's our imagination that created AI as well, right? So that's also something that we could argue.
Yeah. There's always I feel like AI improves on things and can maybe draw new conclusion from things, but can it really come up with something that is based on no knowledge that we know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Completely
completely zero. Yeah.
And I don't know.
We don't know.
I'm not convinced it can.
Yeah. Synthetic completely from zero.
Completely.
Then my very last question, and I ask every guest, do you have a morning routine? And so do you care to share? I'm just curious about morning routines.
Yeah, because my days are filled with activities and I travel a lot, there's one thing that gives me the dopamine I need to have the energy for the rest of the day, and that's exercising. So even, if it's a quick exercise, quick cardio, or just a quick walk outside and just getting some fresh air, I need that in the
Yeah.
morning to keep my brain functioning the rest of the day.
Yes, that's great advice, and I'm trying to do it as well. Don't always succeed, but it's so important. It keeps us going. Thank you very, very much for all your hard work around XPrize and all the hard work here around WISE. XPrize doesn't need any further introduction or whatever, but we'll be sure to include all the relevant links in our show notes.
Please.
Thank you for your time, Anousheh Ansari.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You've listened to Pulse by AlphaWire, produced by Natalie Piles and Amela Faisal, with great music, The Optimist, written by Holly Hamill, performed and produced by ALO. Episodes hosted weekly by me, Aldo de Pape.